Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and let's see how this battle ends up playing out. We got the Ambipom Miltotic versus the Hitmontop Landorus. That's going to be pretty bad for the opponent right there because Ambipom is faster than Hitmontop, so it's going to have that better fake out. So that means we're going to get the fake out trade right there. And Landorus Hitmontop, that's double Intimidate, so that's not going to be good at all. Also, Miltotic, it's been doing so well because, yeah, people love running the Intimidate to, like, shut down Kangaskhan and other Landorus and stuff. But then the competitive boost, you know, double Intimidate, well, that's a triple special attack. So now Miltotic is ready to shred face right there. Good stuff. And we're going to see how the opponent plays this out. Does he know Ambipom's going to out-fake out? Apparently not. You can't protect on the Scarf, so on the Scarf Landorus, and he didn't switch it out. So that's going to be the eject button. Kind of works though. Like if you're intimidating and like faking out, like the support from that Hitmontop can be pretty nice, but it doesn't matter. So Suicune comes in, and I don't even think you need to throw out the Ice Beam. Like if you see that many competitive boosts, you just use Scald, and Landorus is going to get knocked out anyways. So Landorus trying to get that knockoff onto the Miltotic. It doesn't really matter though because that fake out trade just happened and Landorus goes down from the Scald just like that. But any Pokemon coming in would have taken a good amount of damage from that Scald. Could have gotten burned if it was a Suicune. Yeah, that's just the play that we're at right now. So the opponent brings in the Heracross. Heracross is going to protect on this turn, play it safe. Ambipom has the knockoff. So little bit of damage because Ambipom ate double Intimidate, so he kind of got shut down from that, and Suicune gets the Tailwind. So Tailwind on the Heracross, that does threaten quite a lot of power right there in Miltotic. That's going to be Scald, Heracross protects itself, and now we see Mega Heracross on the field with that Tailwind. That's very, very scary. That's something's getting knocked out this turn. So we are going to see Miltotic with that Protect. Well, unless Miltotic has Protect, then it's not getting knocked out. And Heracross with the Pin Missile. So Pin Missile knocking into Miltotic. Suicune going to throw out the Ice Beam. The double focus right there not paying off. Knockoff not going to do anything to Heracross. Like, you don't knock off Mega, but Ambipom doesn't seem to have too much else for it. Going to switch out. You can give her those Intimidates and then you bring back in Ambipom. Like, if Hitmontop's on the field, burns its Intimidate, Ambipom comes in, get Fake Out, you get all sorts of goodness. That's going to be Scizor and Miltotic. The Pin Missile, though, that's good damage, and it's going to hit all this time. So yeah, Miltotic is going to get knocked out from this one. Critical hit! That didn't matter. And also when you're hitting that many times, the critical hit happens pretty often, but now Miltotic is down. All that boosting gone, but we're going to see how this plays out. So Suicune has the Ice Beam. Scizor doesn't really take too much from that, not very effective. And I mean, could be Mega Scizor. This is what I mean about Ambipom as well. Ambipom can come in. You get Fake Out pressure right here, and then now the Intimidate's going to come in. So Intimidate from Hitmontop could be real. Now, do you get a read right here? Because what you could do is you go, well, of course the Heracross is going to go use Protect, so then you hit the other Pokemon. And that's going to be Mega Scizor. So Mega Scizor could get like a free Swords Dance turn if you read this one properly. Like, okay, Heracross probably doesn't want to Fake Out into any kind of damage. Went for the Protect. Ambipom could just knock off, even though you already knocked off on the Suicune, so you kind of have to throw out the Fake Out. So it was on the Pokemon that was using Protect, and Scizor going to Swords Dance it right there. And that's going to be some free attack boost pretty much. Now, we know that Hitmontop doesn't have an item. Going to switch out though. Scizor is still at +1. I don't think that was too bad for it. But there's a Ditto on the field. Ditto's Imposter. It's like, hey, I'm a Hitmontop now. What's going to happen? So that's an Intimidate. Ooh. Alright, that's a fun little switch right there. That's a pretty fun little switch. So Hitmontop's going to Fake Out onto the Ditto, so that's not going to really do anything. And then we see the return on the Heracross. Decent hit, solid hit right there, and Close Combat. So Close Combat would have hit the Scizor, but now Ditto tanks that one up because of the Intimidate, and Heracross loses defenses, so it's going to get pretty much one-shot. And that's going to be a withdraw on the Hitmontop, going back into Suicune. He wants that Tailwind set up again. It's like you can just play it safe with everything else, and that's going to be pretty nice. So Heracross going to Protect, and it's not looking good right now because he's just on the back foot. So Ditto's got the Fake Out, Heracross protecting that, Ambipom with the return, decide to hit the other Pokemon, decent damage on Suicune, not an insane amount, and that's going to be a withdrawal on the Heracross. You can't leave it in with that Intimidate, but that means now your Hitmontop does get another Intimidate as well. So damage drops all over the place. Like, this Ambipom has not been able to get some solid hits off, and that's going to be another attack drop. So Ditto switching out, and that means you can bring Scizor back in. So Scizor could eat the Fake Out. Maybe Ambipom's going to eat that. nothing's really threatening Caesar on the come in, and that's going to be stuff. So now we get to see what's going on. Suicune setting up that Tailwind. Like I said, like the Heracross wants that Tailwind more than anything. If it gets outsped, then the Ambipom just blows it up, and that's never fun. So Ambipom switching out of this one, and Ditto is coming in. So a lot of switches, but that's going to be Ditto with that Imposter, which means it's not going to get that great of Intimidate. Still applies Fake Out pressure if the opponent didn't go for the hit onto it. And now Hitmontop doesn't really do as much as well, and Caesar could get free setup. So Suicune actually opting for the Protect this turn. You know, if there was a Bug Bite or something, that could be pretty nasty. And Caesar went for the Protect. So looks like these guys are kind of canceling each other out. Hitmontop with a Fake Out. That's going to neutralize. And Hitmontop has Quick Guard. Ooh. Well, I mean, but if you use the Ditto, then you know it's going to have that Quick Guard. Will you fall for it? And apparently it does. Like, the Quick Guard protects the Suicune. Ditto is going to eat that Ice Beam. I mean, that means... No, you couldn't have brought... Like, that was the switch in on it. I mean, you could have kept in Hitmontop maybe at some point and then go for thing. I don't know. It's a wild, wild ride. And then Caesar goes for the Swords Dance. So, yeah. That's something right there. Ambipom has Fake Out now. So you Fake Out the Hitmontop. You blow down damage into the Suicune. And that's another thing. Like, Quick Guard has the same priority as Fake Out. So, I mean, if you have a faster Pokemon using Fake Out, the Quick Guard doesn't go off. And then Caesar gets to do what it wants. Goes for the X-Scissor. And that's going to be, boom, damage onto the Suicune. And it does pay off. But now we have the Heracross coming back in at the same time the Tailwind peters out. Couldn't hold out off long enough. Couldn't get a safe switch in for the Heracross. And Bullet Punch. So Hitmontop's like, get out of here, Ambipom. But not enough damage because of that Intimidate from earlier. And the return going to outspeed. And there's the damage from the Ambipom. Gets that return dunk. And that should be it right there. X-Scissor going to be good damage on the Hitmontop, and after the Swords Dance, will KO through the not very effective hit, and that's going to be the GG. So, interesting little battle, fun little battle overall. We got to see Ditto being used, and it created some really wild Intimidate mind games. Like, if you think about it, that's kind of the combo here, is that you bring out Miltotic, it's going to benefit from Intimidate, and then you use your Ditto to intimidate their Intimidate once again. So they're losing stats and you're gaining stats while having Fake Out and then supporting your Caesar. So if you guys enjoyed the video, like if you think about it, Ambipom's kind of like a damage support. Like, just going to outspeed a lot of things, throw down the damage, and then Caesar gets a little bit of protection because they have to focus Ambipom at some point or it's going to start scoring KOs. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you all get ready for some more Fan Fridays.